Hey guys, how's it going? Good to see you, man. I'm here just, hang on a sec. Yeah, I'm here in homeless Toronto here. Um, while they're going ahead in their Agenda 2021, Agenda 2025, Agenda 2030. It's all rolling out here. Yeah, this is a lot bigger than what people could imagine. I mean, these guys have gone full in on this thing. They're building 6 high-rises on my street. I'm at Gary's house right now. Gary's my buddy. I don't know if he's my buddy, but I kind of watch over him. He's a Mohawk Native Indian. He's in his 70s. He's been homeless around this neighborhood for a few years. And there's a lot of homeless guys around here, man. They live in these abandoned houses. And Gary's place just had a fire recently, so I think he moved a couple of doors down. And here, let's go for a walk, man. Anyway, yeah, the agenda is a lot bigger than people can even imagine. You know, they're all waiting for some savior, and you know, Trump's gonna save them. Give me a break. Here's Gary's place, right? Gary had a little mishap. He was living underneath the deck there for a while, and then he was living inside there in the doorway. But he decided to have a barbecue, right? These guys are all on crystal meth. They're out here all hours of the day and night, collecting garbage, and you know it. I mean, they're taking down all these homes. These used to be single-family dwellings. And a lot of the kids and stuff in the neighborhood were cool, and one of the guys down the street here, he had a dog, and his dog and my dog were getting along pretty good, you know. But they're tearing all these down, and it doesn't take them long, right? Let's go for a walk. Oops, it's a little treacherous, but that's cool. My life stretchers, you know. See, they'll break right in. They don't care. They're homeless, man, and they're all whacked out on drugs, and it's okay. I mean, I can understand to some degree why they would be. Yeah, so they're tearing down all these single-family dwellings. These are the only ones left on my street. And then everybody thinks some voting is going to help, or all these people promoting a new constitutions and all this kind of stuff. Man, I mean, you gotta be kidding me. These guys are, they own the courts, they own they own everything, man. And that's where they can go all in. They own every dollar you print. They print out of thin air, right? See? No, they're not around right now. But they are, don't worry. See, they're building a 35-story high-rise right there. Pardon me. Can you imagine that big thing there? They've been drilling for that thermal heating water for the last 6 weeks. That's a big pipe going in there. They're going to put that in probably Monday morning. If we can get a better view of it. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so this is all part of that 15-minute city shit, right? They don't want you going 15 minutes from your home. They want you like all cell phoned out with your prison cells, right? And then they put you on a digital currency. See, what they do is they bring in pins. One's for concrete. One's for bricks. One's for metal. One's for wiring. And they have these dump trucks just they're in and out of here like within a week. Well, it'll probably take them 10 days to knock all these down. Right? And then, hang on a sec here. Then these guys just drag it off, and it doesn't take them like 10 days. They'll be out of here, like, and all these houses will be gone. And this used to be homes for like families and kids. And, you know, you'd see the school bus on the street all the time, but you don't see nothing now, right? Well, you do, you see it like going by, but you know, it used to stop right over in the houses here. And now this circuit board city's rolling out big time, you know? So, over here. I was in your area in about a few days. I seen him going by the other day. These guys usually grab shopping carts and they get all kinds of these stuff out of the. I was like they robbed the Goodwill boxes and stuff like that, because these guys all got clothes and who knows, they got everything. Like all this stuff there, like, well, it doesn't look like anything now, but I mean all the cookware and everything. These guys grab that out of people's garbage. You know. Anyway, yeah, this is much bigger than what people could even imagine, right? They really want to lock us down, and that gets into this. Their 15-minute cities and their cell phones and all this kind of stuff, and you can see me right. I'm gonna sit here on the tree. Yeah, and as far as arresting Trudeau, you know, anything like that, you gotta be kidding me. These people are their bloodline. Trudeau is actually he's involved with the Castro family, and the Castro family is part of the Farnese family. And the Farnese family is the founders of the Jesuits, and the Jesuits run everything. I met a Jesuit one time, and I said, "Are you a Jesuit?" And he goes, "Yeah." And it's just like this real creepy voice. Anyway, it was back when I was hanging around churches and stuff years and years ago. I was involved with Alcoholics Anonymous and stuff like that, and we used to go to these meetings in the basement of these churches and stuff, and I met this guy there one time, and he wasn't in the meeting. This had to do with the church. This was just, I was coming out of the basement and whatever. But yeah, it was creepy. But these Jesuit guys, they're the worst. And this Farnese family, they're in the papal bloodline shit. And so is Justin Castro. So you'll never get the guy in a courtroom. And all these guys running around the countryside saying arrest Trudeau, and oh, we're gonna, you know, this other, everybody in the parliament is nothing but a parasite. You know, and you got to get rid of all these guys, man. I mean, I'm not talking about no government, but how about self-government? We don't need these assholes telling us that we got a World Economic Forum running our country, right? And this Chrystia Freeland and her bullshit. I mean, her whole family is just imported Nazis. And if you think the Nazis lost World War III, you've got another thing coming. I mean, the people of Germany did, right? And it's bad, right? And they got everybody all sick as fuck. You know, they spray from the sky. They control your weather. They can, do whatever they want to you. And they got so many people sick and stupid and ugly. And I got to go back to what I learned years ago with Tony Pantalleresco, and he was saying that everything has got to do with parasites and the heavy metals, and that's why he's totally against the nano. Tony's kind of gone AWOL for the last month or so out there in Windsor, Ontario, but he's a real nano expert and nanotechnology, and he has. I got his nano bucket, and I got his nano triangle, and he's been working a long time with Brian 396, but I got into a beef with Brian 396 because I said one of the buildings on my street was 33 stories high in a video. And then he started accusing me of being a Freemason, and I just laughed. I said, "You give me a break, Brian." Anyway, Brian lives out in the middle of nowhere, and I think he's half crazy on a good day anyway, but he's a good guy. And but back to this nano and this parasites thing, and that's why, I mean, I've been talking about it for a while, but I used to do parasite cleanses all the time, and then I kind of stopped for a while, and then, it's like it comes and goes. I mean, I try everything, and I'm not a professional at nothing. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving nobody advice. But I mean, I've been doing a lot of research, and 98% of everybody's illnesses has got to do with parasites and heavy metal exposure. Probably overload is what it comes to. Cancer tumors are nothing but. It's hard for me to say this now because I use that word. And if I use that word, I usually get smacked with it. The big C is usually a cluster of parasites, but they don't want to tell you that. And this is where medical society comes in with all their, Rockefeller medical, right? And anyway, this stuff gets in people's heads and actually controls how they think. I fucking hate people that complain in this hell world, right? The stuff I see in this world. I live in a good neighborhood, by the way. Don't get me wrong. Up the street here, there's some castles and some multi-million-dollar homes, and they're pretty rock on. And these homes, I live in a building over here, so I mean, I'm not rich. I'm not wealthy by any means. I live every day, like from breath to breath. I mean, I just try, I don't have any money to cruise around and with all these YouTube bullshitters and, but now assholes in fucking goddamn the United States. I mean, how in the hell are these people driving around? You know what? They're living on YouTube money, man. And that's so sickening. Oh my God. Right? Anyway, I just thought I'd put together an afternoon video. I wanted to see what's going on over here with Gary and that, but they're like vampires, man. They don't come out till night. Right, so I mean, I don't know. I hope Dave Banner's coming around pretty good, right? You're having a good week, brother, because I really enjoy your get-togethers on Thursday and Saturday mornings, right? And even if I got to get to the JOB, I can always catch a few minutes before I leave to catch your shows on Thursday, and even on Saturdays. I mean, it's always here at 5 o'clock in the morning here in Toronto. Right, and I love the guys at Dave Banner. That's the Flat Earth Lounge, 5 o'clock on Saturday mornings and Thursday mornings. And Ricardo, you're doing good, brother. Stepping off the grid, that's going to be a big challenge. But I hope you make it okay with it. It's a really big thing to try and live on your own out in this world. I mean, the thing is, we were always born like that. We've been struggling every day to get through this life, right? And I'm in my 60s, and I'm still busting my nuts and dealing with retarded people, man. I mean, I am so tired of people chewing on my back, trying to say I'm a bad person and stuff like that, and trying to make me look like I'm some sort of a clown. I mean, give me a break, man. This fucking world is full of fucking clowns. I'm lucky I still got my head on my shoulders after the crap I've been through in my life. Anyway, there's a lot of people I could say hi to, but I'm just going to chill out right now and probably go home and have something to eat and take it easy for the rest of the day. I got things to do tomorrow, so I don't know, man. Just have no fear in this world, because this whole place is based on fear. And I think they've held a lot of pertinent information away from us. And I mean, I'm telling you, these parasites and this heavy metal and all these nanobots and shit, whatever they're spraying in the sky on us, I don't think any of it's good for us. And they've held back on showing us how to keep away from this shit. And as far as uh, uh, this fear factor that they got everybody messed up in, I walk down the road, I see idiots wearing face diapers still. You know, I don't know, man. I just get flustered with the retardedness of this world. I was brought up, to be morally, be a gentleman. Don't be an idiot. Hold the door for a woman. Say please and thank you. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Sort of thing. I mean, I didn't roll up. Listen, the way that people even dress nowadays is ridiculous, and I just can't believe the people that I got to deal with in my actual life. I mean, the internet life is a joke. Honest to God, 95% of the people that I have any kind of communications with on the internet are not. Well, I don't know, the people I actually talk to, and I don't talk to many. I maybe got 4 or 5 people I can actually communicate with on a decent level. Um, Most of the people out there are just like, they're into it for something. Or there's always some catch to it, or I mean, I stopped watching all these panel channels and all the fucking stupidness, because I mean, I got books. I read my books. I try my best to read them. It's really busy sometimes, and but at least I focus on like information that I can absorb for myself. I'm not gonna have somebody tell me on YouTube how things are going, and especially when 95% of the shit you see on YouTube has been spoon fed to us by the uh, uh, military industrial complex, which is in charge of your pharmacies and all your doctors, your medical, all your entertainment, all of your YouTube comes out of that stuff. And that goes back to the Jesuits, right? And this whole thing about getting Trudeau in jail, it's a joke, right? Come on now. These people are above the law. They don't pay taxes, they don't go to jail, they don't get arrested. You have the Jesuits, then you have the Illuminati, then the Illuminati's got the Freemasons and all the bankers doing all the shit, right? And these guys are just running the show from tears and tears and tears up. This place is hell, man. I mean, I'm telling you right now, you buy a car, they can take it right away from you if they want to, and just for any reason. Orphan Annie just told me about the car that somebody stole out of her driveway, and then they tried to get the car back after they caught the criminals. It cost, they stalled and kept it in the pound to the point where it wasn't worth getting the car out. Would have been too much. And this is how they do it, man. I mean, this is where she wasn't, it was actually on her property. It wasn't even in, the whole thing is they steal everything. And this is where if you think you own your home, well, once your home's paid for, then why are you still paying property taxes, right? And if you don't, they can kick you out. Come on now, right? You don't own nothing in this world anyway. And your money's printed out of thin air. If you haven't figured that out, you're crazy. The money is just like, now they want everybody on a digital currency. And then guys like me, we won't have no money, we won't have nothing, because, I mean, they're going to hate fucking people like me, man, right? And probably you out there too, because they're going to sling us up to dry. And have no fear, because, I mean, death is just on the other side, right? And whatever happens, happens. But I'll tell you what I went through right now. It's a personal thing. I came here naked, and I'll be leaving here naked. And I brought nothing with me, and I'll take nothing with me. And hopefully I'll have some memories when it's all said and done, because these guys give everybody Alzheimer's by the time they're fucking gaga goo, who's 75 years old, can't remember your own name because of the water, the air, the food, everything's garbage, right? So just keep your wits about yourself to the best you can, and stop eating that shit, man. And think about doing some research on parasites, because this is one of the biggest things that they've hid from us for the longest time, right? And they can influence your thoughts and everything. I mean, I know. I've seen it firsthand. I've seen people fucking go from totally happy-go-lucky to asshole 101, just like click, right? And that's not normal. Anyway, guys, sorry, I'm smoking a joint, choking on my coffee. You can't have no fear. I think they actually have these. It's a circuit board city, and if they want everybody in these 35-story high rises, packed in these like 400 square foot units that are costing a fortune, and giving everybody 15-minute cities, they don't want you to go out of that little neighborhood. And all these buildings look like kind of computer components in a machine. You know what I'm saying? And they're taking the thermal heating water from below, right? And they're going to plug it into the building and then charge everybody a fortune for their heating and stuff. And it's big, man. Most people don't even know what's going on, and if you try to talk to anybody, they're going to go, "Ah, this guy's cheese is slid off the cracker. Don't bother with him. He's a retard." So be it. I mean, I don't. If you live in fear, that's an energy, and I think this fucking circuit board platform that we live on is all fear-based, and they take energy from our body somehow to power this situation. Because these guys are all about their power and energy shit. And as far as your directed energy weapons goes. The information I'm coming up with and the personal observations is it looks like they've been wiping out these cities and towns and neighborhoods and whatever for hundreds of years, and all the destruction seems to have a similar uh, I know landscape when it's all done. I mean, they all look the same. I mean, it looks like every single one of them was hit from something from above, and yet all the wood and lampposts and trees and everything seem to be doing fine, but all the homes and everything are just vaporized, right? And just take a look at that World Trade Center, how that dropped. I mean, apparently you could pick up the remains of that situation with a vacuum. So I think they've got airships up there, and this is why they prevented us from doing any more balloon research, because I think I was watching a video, or not a video, I was reading something about durables in there, and they got billion-dollar airships out there nowadays. Can you imagine if one of those is up there and it's got weapons on it, and it just has, because they got the technology that they can make you look in the sky and all you see is clouds, or all you see is blue sky, and they have a camera or a situation where it can photo above and put it on an LED screen below what is looking up. So when you look up, all you see is the same sky, but it's actually an image of it. It's a cloaking type stuff. Can you imagine? This is the technology that these guys got. Anyway, as far as getting anybody arrested in the game, they're all Freemasons and they're scumbags, and all these politicians and stuff are pieces of shit. Like I said, you got to take care of your number one self, man, and this is where eat the right foods. Drink the white water. Don't be drinking no city poo water. Think about this, man. The parasites are in everything, and I think they even spray it from the sky. Because I mean, from what the information I got, 98% of the illnesses are parasitic invasion, and these big C things is a cluster of these problems, and apparently the soft heavy metals and these parasites go hand in hand, man. So what do you think they've been spraying us with for years now? Anyway, guys, I love you. Take care, and chat soon.